Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina Marie Agderian. I am the author of The Letters in the Old House, available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. I will have a link to purchase the book in the description below. So today is another episode of Book Talk. This is a series where I talk about a book that I recently read, what I liked, what I didn't like about it, and ultimately help you determine if you would like to potentially read this book. So today I'm talking about Let's Call Her Barbie by Renee Rosen. And I know Barbie fever, Barbie mania kind of swept the country over the past couple of years with the release of the Barbie movie and so much merchandise surrounding the movie and the hype and everything. And when I kind of delved into this book a little bit, I actually realized that the author did not write this on the heels of the Barbie movie, so it was more or less in the works for a long time, well before the Barbie movie was even a thought in anybody's mind. So just putting that out there. I admittedly am not a huge Barbie fan, so I did play with them when I was little, but I wasn't like super into Barbie. I had some Barbie merchandise as a child, but just wasn't really into it. But the reason I'm saying that is because you don't necessarily have to be into Barbie to enjoy or appreciate this book. So I give this book a 4 out of 5. I thought it was very interesting. Beginning was a little bit slow, but it actually is about the evolution of Barbie, of how Barbie was started, where the concept came from, and it's fictionalized, but it's based on the true story of Ruth and Elliot Handler, who were the, I guess, founders of Barbie, creators of Barbie, and they also owned Mattel. Well, I think Elliot technically owned Mattel. He and a business partner had started it, and then the business partner exited, and then it was just Elliot and Ruth together in the business. So it talks about all these different people who were involved in the creation of Barbie. Again, it's fictionalized, but very heavily based on a true story. And if you read the author's notes in the back, you'll see kind of how she did her research and where she got her information from. There are some characters in the book who are fictionalized, like they didn't actually exist, but some of them are very real, like Ruth and Elliot Handler. And Jack Ryan, who was a brilliant engineer, and he actually helped create Barbie's like limbs and how she moved and how her body bent. And he was a creator and designer and engineer for many, many toys from Mattel. He was also a genius, but a torture genius. So it goes into a lot of his personal life and just his downfall, which was actually really sad. But if you are, I think this is a book, if you are interested in business and how products get developed, and if that's something that really makes you tick, which is something that I'm interested in. I love stories about businesses and how businesses get created or products get created. Don't let the pink cover and the pretty doll fool you. Ruth was ruthless. Ruth Handler, and the creator of Barbie. I mean, she was just a force to be reckoned with, especially in the 1950s and 1960s, when it was not considered acceptable always for women to be very business savvy. So it was, you know, she was way ahead of her time, which was really cool to read about. And just reading about how you know, how they were trying to market the doll and position the doll and what mothers were saying about the doll at that time. Just a very different time and a really interesting look into the history of toys and how kids play with toys, and how Barbie is basically now ingrained in modern society, not just in the United States, but globally as well. Barbie is a huge phenomenon. So again, you don't have to be a Barbie fan to appreciate this book. 4 out of 5. Beginning's a little bit slow, but it's really just setting up the rest of the book and giving you information about what you're going to be reading. So if you can kind of get through the first, I would say 30 pages, the rest of it's very interesting. So Let's Call Her Barbie by Renee Rosen. Let me know in the comments if you liked this book or if you didn't like this book or if you plan to read this book. And as always, guys, happy reading.